As we begin another week here at the Eagle, we look out and we see that we have a beautiful sunrise. It's going to be another warm day, but we do have quite a bit of morning clouds around, which we like. Even seeing a cloud is kind of nice. Even seeing a cloud is kind of nice. And as we look off out there, we can see things moving around in the water. I'm going to get my binoculars and see exactly what's moving around out there. We'll take a look at that real quick. I don't know if that's a couple of otters or not. If it's an otter, I got a problem. So we look at, though, at a beautiful morning. Back up and look and see what we've got as we kind of scan around. We'll take a look at this side of the house, which is almost heaven. And then we'll take a real quick look and see what we have in the way of critters. Not quitters, critters on the other side. Well, I just got my binoculars. Now we can see one of them. See them flying there. Those are cormorants, or water turkeys. Those are the largest detriment to sport fishing in the United States of America right there. We call them water turkeys. You can actually shoot them on private lakes now. Don't even have to have a permit. You used to have to buy a permit every year. But now you can shoot them if they're on your private lakes or your fish hatchery. They come in by the literal hundreds. And they eat lots and lots of fish. They kill more fish than you can ever imagine. You see them all over on the public lakes. You can't shoot them on public lakes, but you can shoot them on private lakes. And just about everyone that's got a pond or a lake, anywhere in the South, they do that. Probably do it up north as well. As we take a peek out on the other side of the house, we find that we have a deer coming to see us. That is Mr. Forrest. He's beautiful. That's his second set of horns. Beautiful 9 or 10 point. We look out there, we see his buddies. Little doe there's Miss Molly. She runs with the boys. She's a tomboy. She runs with the boys. This is the house bucks hanging around out here. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here this morning. TC, the big boy out there, 6 or 7 years old. I'm talking about a big boy. And that is Forrest's daddy. So Forrest has got a long way to go, but you can see what he looks like right now. Looking really good. Looking really good. What a way to start. Another beautiful day, another great week at Twin Eagle Ranch. I couldn't resist it. I I had to go in and get some carrots. We got different carrots now, but we're buying Hungenberg Farms. I don't know where they are. It says Colorado Farm, Colorado Family Farms. Colorado Family Farms. So we're getting our carrots from a little bit different supplier now, I guess. We're still getting them at Walmart. I couldn't resist coming up here and giving this guy some carrots. He loves carrots. The deer, all the deer love carrots. These little baby carrots are only a couple dollars a pack. Of course, we go through quite a few of them, so the bills run up. We don't really get carried away. We buy several bags a week. Hey, Jimmy eats them too, so as long as Jimmy eats them too, we're not too bad. But now he would eat this whole bag. This is a 2-pound bag. He would eat this entire bag if I would let him. The babies love them. The white deer love them. My big carrot monster is split ear, of course, in the pens. She's an old girl, several years old. And he's going to come right up here on the porch with me. We've raised as a baby eating off the porch, so he's really used to this. I'm not going to give you the whole bag. I'm just giving you a little treat here this morning. You can eat deer food like everybody else is doing. Plus, he's got the whole ranch to feed on. So he's really spoiled. He gets taken care of, hand-fed. He gets a lot of South Fresh deer food out of Decatur, Alabama. They're a big deer food supplier, fish food, horse feed. They got great horse feeds. Tremendous horse feeds. Look at that big boy. Now you can see this is Forrest's second set of horns. This little guy right there, you can see coming up here. That's his first set. Quite a bit of difference in these two deer. Okay, Forrest, I'm gonna give you one more. And then I'm gonna throw a handful out there where your buddy can get some, and you have to go out there and get it off the ground. There you go. Here you go. This is your last one. All right, buddy. That's all for right now. That's all. You got to go out there and share. Where are you going, Ot6? You don't know what you want to be, do you? I'll tell you what you are, though. You're really pretty. You're really pretty. What's the matter, big boy? But look at you. What have you done with your antlers? You just can't help but break things off, can you? You went from a little scrawny 4 or 5 point to one horn bleeding to death, and you made it through it. Hey, 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 why are you walking off? I'm trying to talk to you. He's just gonna walk off, isn't he? And then you go to a blank side for the rest of your life. That you got 9. You got 9 on one side. You're proud, big boy. And then you break 6 of the 9 off. Yeah, go from an 09 to an 03. What in the world were you thinking about? Now let the babies out. Let the babies out. They're running around out here this evening. There they are right there. They're running around with the big boys out here feeding and just trying to, well, looky there. What in the world? What in the world is Molly scared about? Oh, and everybody took off running, including the babies. They're running following Molly. They may be kind of hard to get back in tonight. I don't know how far Molly's going or why in the world they run. That's what I don't understand. Something scared them big time. Come on back in here, guys. Oh, there's Molly right there. Who was that took off running like that? It was a doe. Yeah, there's little Molly right there with the boys. I thought that was Molly running. There's Forrest. He's just fine. And Molly's right there. And she's fine with the boys. But there was a doe come through here. And I don't know where that doe come from. And she took off running 100 miles an hour. And the babies took off with her. The babies are way up there on the hill now. Probably about as far away from the house as they've ever been. Where did they go? Now I don't even see them. They must have taken off running a little bit further. Now I don't see them at all up there. Huh. Well, I suppose they'll come back. I don't know. If not, they're going to get to spend their first night in the woods. Oh, there's one of them right there. They may both be right there. Oh, yeah, I see them both. Hey, babies, come on back here. Come on back here, babies. That doe, that doe might have just come, yeah, I can see the collars shining on them. That doe must have just come running through the woods. I was out here talking around the Ot6. So let them out to run around. I've been doing that in the evening. Chris is sound asleep. We didn't get back until, I think we pulled in at 1:40 up to Sherry's last night. Went over to Garth Brooks' event and got back to Sherry's about 1:40. Got in bed about 3:30, and so she didn't get very much sleep last night. And we come on back to the ranch today, and she's tired. There's that other doe up there. I don't know what the deal is on that. That doe is not a. That's just a wild doe that come through here, and by golly, both those babies took off running with her. I wonder if she said something to them like, "Oh, you guys are pretty. Come go with me." They took off running like crazy. But we'll see. And I'll see what happens here if they come back in after a while. Or if they go off in the woods and try to learn how to be a wild deer. Ooh. This is a little bit of a strange phenomena that we've noticed happening in the last couple of weeks, and I thought I'd just share with you a little bit. You see the boys in here. I don't see TC in here this evening. There's another boy off out to the right. And I don't know where my little babies are. They've run off with a doe that come through here. And last time I saw them, they were way over across the road. But I want you to take a look at these 3 girls that's coming in here right here. They're beautiful girls, big fat girls. And these are totally wild deer. They're not, they weren't born in the pens. You see they have no tags in either ear. That doe there's got a tag in her left ear. The other 2 have no tags whatsoever that I can see. I don't see any tags there at all. That deer does not. I don't think that deer. I think both those deer are. Now they could be does out of that one right there. I don't really know, but you can see how big and beautiful they are. And they come in, this is a strange thing that happens. That little doe come in there and flirted with Forrest a little bit. But they come in after the boys eat. They don't come in there and kind of eat with the boys. You see how they're kind of holding back to the back? Now the one red tag come in here. She came in and kind of nuzzled up there to Forrest a little bit. You see the other two does. There's 3 or 4 of them that come in, and they seem to wait until all the bucks get through eating and leave, and then they come in here. You see how pretty they are, and they're not very wild. I mean, I can't get up there real close to them, but I'm pretty close right now. I'm 25 yards away at the most. Maybe that back one back there, maybe 30. And you see she's even coming closer. She's really not too worried about me. She keeps an eye on me as long as I don't move around too much. She's probably, if I walked over toward her, she might run. And you can see that I think that those bucks are just being ornery. I think they're just being ugly and not letting them get up there and eat. So they wait until after the bucks feed and leave, and then they come in and eat. And I know they're not being polite. I think they're just afraid of those bucks. But now that little red tag came in, and you can see her right behind Forrest there, gobbling up the feed. You can see she's got a red tag in her ear there. And I think the only buck, and that's buck right out there, I think the only buck that is not here, the only house buck that's not here this evening is TC. Haven't seen him today, but I haven't been here very much today. We just got back. But you can see how pretty those girls are. And they're just not wanting to come in here and eat with those bucks. And I just think that the bucks are just simply not letting them. But they're beautiful. They're wild deer, not born in the pens. We haven't touched or handled those deer at all. Now, I thought maybe all 3 of them was, but then I saw that. And I think there's another one that runs with them. As you look over there, and there's the other pretty little doe that does have a red tag. But you can see they don't want to leave, even with me walking around out here and talking. They're hanging around. They're kind of waiting on those bucks to get through feeding. Then they come in and clean up what's left. But I got to tell you, those bucks are not leaving much. And I'm going to go walk around out there and see if maybe I can carry a bottle or 2 in my hand, see if I can find my little babies. I hope they haven't gone off for the evening, but they have certainly gone off. No doubt about that. And I hope they don't spend their first night in the wild, because the first night in the wild could be their last night on earth, that's for sure. And they're with a doe, but that doesn't mean that they're knowledgeable about the wild. So I'm gonna walk off out there in the woods a little bit, see if I can find them right here before dark. What are you guys doing? Where have you been? Where have you been, babies? Yeah, I come walking out here, and I got off out here in the woods, and I saw them way off over there, and they both just turned and ran to me as fast as they could, you know. I don't think they're scared or anything. Look at there, he's trying to get down there and get him some milk. Now wait a minute, her mouth is bleeding, so she's run into something. She's got some blood on her mouth right there. See that blood on her mouth? She's probably run into something out there. Yeah, what happened to you, girl? You got a little blood on your mouth. You okay, huh? My goodness. Yeah, now she says, get me some of that milk. You guys run out and run after them does, you could be out there and there's things that'll eat you. Yeah, everything that's up here is a friend. A lot of things out there in the woods are not friends. And she's got blood out of the corner of her mouth. Not both sides, though, just one side. She more than likely ran into something. That might be when they saw me. They're so glad to see me that they came a-running, just a-bounding at me. I kind of thought they might run around the front yard and do a little zoomies or something. And so I got me a couple bottles of milk, and there goes some of the other bucks walking off down there. Way off down there walking away. Got to be kind of careful with them at night, because these little guys are going to go and follow some of the others if we're not careful. They're getting big enough that they're beginning to wise up that they can run around outside and not be in that building. Of course, I'm going to move them into the larger headquarters here in a little bit. I'd like to keep them at least up at night for another month or so. Let them get a little more size on them, a little more caution, a little more built-in sense of danger. That was so precious how when they saw me, boy, they come at me like 100 miles an hour. Maybe they'll hang around the house now. Well, it's almost midnight and no sign of the babies. I walked out there and they saw me and ran up to me so excited and everything. And they were wanting that milk, and I had 2 bottles with me, and they drank a bottle each. And they were just messing around there, and there were several other deer around. And then all of a sudden, something spooked. I don't know if a coyote came by or whatever. Anyway, the deer just took off running, and the babies took off running with them. And it's almost midnight, and no babies. I've been out walking and shining my spotlight. I saw 4 coons out there. Looks like probably a family of coons. I didn't like that. But anyway, I got to go to bed. I got to get up at 3:30 and go to Oklahoma City for the Rock the Park event there at Dolisi tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I got my boat. All covered up and ready to go. I've been out there doing that also, and then going out looking for the babies and going back and finishing up my boat. So everything's all good. It's all ready. And Daniel just texted me and said that we've got pigs in our trap. So I'm hoping he's going to shoot some video on that. He wanted to come over early at 7:30, but 7:30 I'll be in Oklahoma City. I'm leaving here a little after 4, so I will be in Oklahoma City by 7 o'clock. I'll be set up by 7 o'clock, as a matter of fact. And those of you that are up here, come by and see us tomorrow, and we'll find out. When I come back, I hope the babies are back. If nothing catches them tonight, they'll come back home. There's no doubt about that. But I haven't heard any coyotes howling, but they don't mean a thing. They're out there, coyotes and bobcats, and they're going to have to learn to live in the wild. I guess tonight's their first chance. Guys and girls, we'll see what happens. I'm going to Oklahoma City. See you there.